What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Demon Reads Comics. Today we're going to do my Amazon haul. So like I said, when I order books, I order a lot of them through different websites, Amazon, in-stock trades, cheap graphic novels, just depending on what they cost on each one. And so I'm going to show you guys what I ordered on Amazon, what got here. And once the cheap graphic novels package gets here with all the books, I'm going to do that one. I don't know if you guys will enjoy this or not. I've seen some people do this kind of like book hauls, and I figured I'm going to give this a try to see how it goes. So it's going to be like a continuous one. I might do little cutoffs, but I still don't know how to do this, so this is going to be my first one. Let's start off by, I guess I'm going to do the biggest books. That way I can kind of put them to the side a little bit. So first and foremost, I got the Absolute collection of Harrow County. I say it's absolute because it comes in a slipcase. A beautiful slipcase, as you can see there. And this book is gigantic. This is a humongous book. And this is the entire collection of Harrow County. I believe it collects issues 1 through like 50, 1 through 40. I should have actually looked it up, but let's see if it tells me. 1 through 32, actually, yeah. Collects all issues of 1 through 32 of Harrow County in the Absolute Edition. I think it was like 80 bucks on Amazon, and I think Amazon was the only place that actually sold it. So yeah, that's the reason I picked it up. I was gonna get them in the deluxe editions. There was like 4 or 5 of them, and by the time I kind of added them up, it was still cheaper to go this route. So that's why I picked it up in this edition, Harrow County. Absolute edition. I think they call it slipcase edition, so I'm not too sure. So I'm going to put that on the ground. It's a big book. I'm not going to open them up really or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about how they look, and that's it, all right? Next, I did pick up The Woods by James Tynion. I don't know if you guys want to know who they are by. I'll start doing that. But yeah, The Woods by James Tynion. This is also a slipcase edition. I don't know if they call it Absolute, but it does come, like I said, in the slipcase edition. And again, this is The Woods by James Tynion. I believe this collects, I should have checked on each one what it collects. Does it tell me? But this collects the entire series of The Woods. And I'm kind of interested in reading this because I've been enjoying most of James Tynion's work, even though he kind of puts in the same process or same type of stereotype characters in there. I've been enjoying all of his work. So again, this is called The Woods, and it's by James Tynion. Beautiful slipcase edition. Again, I think this one was like 80 bucks, and they only sold it on Amazon, not in-stock trades or cheap graphic novels. So now we'll get to the smaller books. So first and foremost, I did pick up Scene of the Crime by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. I think this was one of their earliest works. I don't know how this one actually works. I don't know if this is like different issues, but I think it's just one complete story in itself. So yeah, I did pick this up. I've been trying to read all of Ed Brubaker's and Sean Phillips' work, so I ended up picking up this one in hardcover. They do come in trade paperback as well, so I'll put that to the side now. And then I ended up picking up Night Fever by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Again, this one's another one that I don't know if it has issues or it's just a complete story in itself. I think this is just a complete story in itself, a standalone story. But yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to check out all of their work, and so I ended up picking it up in the hardcover edition. I do believe they come in trade paperback as well. So, again, Night Fever. And then I picked up Scarlet by Brian Michael Bendis and... Give me a second. Alex Maleev. Yeah, Maleev, wow. And this one picks up, so when I first bought the first issue or the first volume of it, I thought it was just that volume. I thought it was just Scarlet Volume 1, but there's 2 volumes to it. The first one picked up issues 1 through 5. This one picks up issues 6 through 10, and that's the complete series of Scarlet. And I'm actually very interested to read this book, actually. The artwork looks amazing, and you know, so we'll see how this goes. Again, Scarlet by Brian Michael Bendis. This is volume 2. I got volume 1 already over there. Let's see. I heard pretty good reviews on this one, so that's why I ended up picking it up. This is actually kind of like a used copy. It's not a brand new one, so it's a little dinged up. But it's called The Last Days of American Crime, Crime by Rick Remender. It's kind of a little bit bigger than a regular hardcover. I don't know if I can put it in frame. As you can see here, it's pretty big. So it's kind of weird that this one's kind of like, I think this one's a standalone story as well. I don't know if it's different stories or if it's a standalone story in itself again. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to read this. Last Days of American Crime by Rick Remender. And then I picked up, I keep saying Why the Last Man, like why is the last, no, it's called Why the Last Man. And I picked it up in compendium format. This is compendium 1. There's 2 compendiums to it. I ended up picking up the second compendium through, I believe, Cheap Graphic Novels because it was cheaper over there. But I picked it up in compendium format because it collects the entire series. And if I like it, I might switch over and try to find the hard copies. But for now, I picked it up in compendium format, and we'll see how it goes. I heard some good stories about this. The art looks beautiful. Why the Last Man by Brian K. Vaughan and Pia Guerra. So we'll see how that goes. And then finally, I ended up picking up some Hellboy. I've always been a big fan of Hellboy. I've never read any comics of Hellboy. I've only seen the movies, and I've always been a big fan of it. I wanted to pick up the entire series of the Hellboy collection. I know he's in BRPD, and he has all other ones, but I wanted to pick them up like the main issues that he has. So I picked up, so far I got volume 1 and 5 of the library edition. And this one is Hellboy Volume 1 by Mike Mignola. And it collects stories of, not stories, but the story of Seed of Destruction and Wake the Devil. And this is volume 1, the library master edition. I think they just call it library edition. And I got volumes 2, 3, 4, and 5 through in-stock trades. So they're not here yet. So 2, 3, and 4, I'm sorry, and 6. Because I got volume 5 right here. Also Hellboy, volume 5 by Mike Mignola. And this collects the stories of Darkness Calls and The Wild Hunt. I'm actually excited to read the Hellboys. I wasn't gonna read Hellboy, but one of the very first comic books that I ever read, like in complete edition, was Starman, and he actually had an issue with Hellboy, and that was like so interesting to me. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, I really like Hellboy. And I was like, you know what, I want to pick up his entire run. It comes in, I mean, you can pick up these runs in like a box set for like $60, and it tells you the whole story. But I know I'm a big fan of Hellboy, so I wanted to pick it up in like a bigger format so I can enjoy the stories thoroughly. And so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna start reading these anytime soon. I'm gonna wait until I get the other ones. I already told you guys what I've been reading, what I'm gonna read next. So another one that I picked up was The Black Dahlia. I haven't seen anybody do a review on this, and I'm kind of interested to read about it. And it's a story about the Black Dahlia murder. It's written by James Elroy, David Fincher, Matt, and Miles Hyman. And it's a crime graphic novel. I'm not sure how it's going to read out. I don't know if it's like its own... I don't know nothing about it. But I'm going to open it up and show you guys how, the art a little bit. It actually looks pretty decent. I'm actually very interested to read it and to see what it's about. And because I'm not the biggest fan of like serial killer stuff, but some of them are very interesting to me, and I want to see how what it's about, what writers came up with. Because I know the story of the Black Dahlia. I just want to know how this story plays out, if they did anything different or added stuff, But yeah, that's the Black Dahlia hardcover edition. And then I picked up Gideon Falls, book 2. I did pick up book 1. I'm still waiting for book 1 from In Stock Trades as well. This is Gideon Falls by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrento. I actually know a little bit about this book. That's why I'm kind of interested in reading it, about the barn, a black barn that appears. But it kind of reminds me a little bit about The Woods, James Tynion's story about The Woods. So I don't know. I picked it up in hardcover deluxe edition. I know there was some absolute editions and some trade paperbacks, but I picked it up in this. It was a little bit cheaper anyway. I'm going to leave this right here because the next book, it's kind of a big book as well. Next, I picked up Noir Burlesque. Yeah, Noir Burlesque. And this is by Enrico Marini. This is, I don't know, this is a weird one. I've never seen it before. And the reason I'm left Gideon Falls up here was because it's another one that's really big. Look at this. Here we go. It's the same size, like tall, but it's wide. It's really wide. And I don't know, you know, the whole noir thing kind of, I'm interested into it. And I was kind of flipping through the pages, and it's kind of black and whitish, almost like what's it called, Sin City, with like the color that, you know, they put a little bit of color in there. So I think that's what interested me about it. But I'm interested in reading it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if there's any issues or if it's just a complete story. So we'll see what it's about. All of these I'm going to do reviews on, obviously, but so we'll see how it goes. We'll see what I think about this one. And lastly, of all the books that came in, this is a used copy of this. I might need to fix the spine of it because the spine up here is actually coming apart. But so I do believe that I do have it. They came out with the Rocketeer graphic novel, right? And it was all the graphic novel by one of the creators that first did it. After he passed away, new people came and started doing new stories of the Rocketeer. So this is a new Rocketeer story. It's completely different from the other one, and it tells completely different stories. Hold on. And this one's called The Rocketeer High Flying Adventures. And it's actually just little stories. Let's see. It's cover art by Alex Ross. Series editors by Scott Denbar. Collection edits by Justin Eisengear. Woo. So it's just a whole bunch of different stories by different people. And here we go. Written and drawn by John Cassidy and colored by Laura Martin. And so I'm actually really excited to read this because it kind of does remind me of the first book that I read. And I just kind of want to see what Cliff does and, you know, where his adventures go. I was a big fan of the first one. I was a huge fan of the Rocketeer growing up. So I'm really excited to read this. This is a used copy, so the book's kind of trashed up a little bit, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my I guess you can say my Amazon graphic novel haul for a while, because I don't do a monthly one. I don't buy books monthly, so that's going to be for a while. Once the cheap graphic novel ones come in, I'll do a video of that one. Once the one for In Stock Trades come in, I'll do a video for that one. Once I do like big orders, because I do like every couple months, I want to get this, maybe not this, maybe this. It takes me a couple months, and then I'll get one, and I'll place a big order, and it'll finally come. When I do that and they come in, I'll do these videos. I don't know if you guys like them or not. I don't know if you guys want me to flip through pages and things like that. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys like the video. Leave a like, leave a comment. You know, give me more you know, recommendations on what books I should pick up next, which ones I should read. Right now I'm currently reading I don't know if by the time you guys get this I might be done with it, but right now I'm currently reading Nice House on the Lake. So far it's interesting. I don't know, there's something about James Tynion writing that he does put in a lot of story to it, but there's something about that I'm not liking about it. And that's with his whole, he always tends to put in, like, he is known to be gay, right? And that's fine, no judgment there. But he tends to put that in all his work, which I'm not really liking. Like, we get it, you know, you're gay, that's cool, you know, do you. But you're putting it into, you're like instilling it in every story, like, why? Hey, you know what, people like it, people don't. If you don't like the character, or if you don't like James Tynion's work, don't read it, right? Who knows? But Yeah, by the time I upload this, it might be the next video. Before I do, keep continuing doing the ones, or I might finish uploading the videos that I'm uploading now, because I'm uploading the Sin City ones. I still got 3 more to do. After that, I might upload this, and so it might be, I might have moved on already. So anyway, like I said, if you guys like the video, leave a like, leave a comment on what you guys recommend I pick up. Leave a comment on if you guys think what you guys think I should improve in my videos. Should I do like the flipping through the pages of the books? Just give me some constructive criticism. That being said, if you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. It helps me put my videos out there. All that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.